a stranger sleeping in my bed.
What am I doing?
I'm doing a little story time because
I don't know why. I'm home in quarantine, alone, and I'm bored. And I'm gonna keep looking at myself over here and not in the camera, and that's gonna get very annoying, so I'm sorry.
Not because I'm narcissistic, I'm just insecure.
besides the point, irrelevant.
I wanted to share a little story with you guys. The 5 of you watching. Mom, dad, little brother, and then my 2 best friends. I see you in the back over there.
Следващ ми прилича саме саксофон. Нощта сме спали.
I want to talk about my psychotic roommate that I lived with for 6 months, but it felt like a lifetime, and it was awful. I hated it. To fast forward the part of meeting her, no, we should probably start from the beginning, Sarah.
Because that's where the story starts.
I was in college, graduated college.
College graduate, still don't have a job. It's quarantine, but like, it's fine.
I need a job. I was on my 2nd year of college, and actually that's a little bit more complicated, but that's a whole nother story. 2nd year of college, I was coming back, and I needed to find a new roommate. So yeah, I got on Facebook because here in Croatia, I guess, the easiest way to find a roommate is through Facebook, in my opinion, if you don't know anybody. And since it was like my 2nd year of college, I still didn't have that big of a group of friends. Anybody I didn't already had a roommate or was living alone. I posted an ad, and I got a few people reach out to me, but this one girl reached out to me.
Her head flag number 1.
She was 30. She messages me, and I'm like, alright, cool. I look at her pictures, and
Can't judge a book by its cover because she looked normal.
Turns out she wasn't.
so yeah, I look at her photos, and she looks like a normal petite girl. Like, she looked fun and, I don't know, normal. I message her back, and she's like, alright, give me your phone number, and I'll call you, and then we can, like, chat, get to know each other.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah again.
We can chat, get to know each other. So I gave her my number. She called me that night. She talked for a whole hour. I don't know you. I don't want to listen to you talk for an hour. I'm a nice person, and I hate cutting people off when they talk to me. To this, I still don't do this. I don't like cutting people off when they're talking to me. No, this went on for, I think, over an hour, actually. Over an hour.
Can I help you? Yeah.
So her talking went on for over an hour.
My dog keeps walking around.
I asked her how she's still living alone and why she can't find a roommate. And she was like,
I was engaged, blah, blah.
I honestly, like, I'll listen to you, but I don't care. Like, I don't know you. I genuinely don't care. Like, I'm sorry, but I listened to her. And I'm like, alright, fine. She's a talkative person. I'm an introvert, and anybody that's talkative to me is just an extrovert, and it's so weird to me because I'm not. Like, I'm talkative here, but like in person, she quiet. She very quiet. So I just thought, alright, she's an extrovert. She's a very komunikativna osoba, Sara, ajde. She's a very social human being. I move in with her. First couple weeks, it was fine. It was honestly totally fine. I thought she was really chill. She had her room, which was like the main bedroom. This was like a smaller apartment, so it had a living room. It had her bedroom, which was pretty small. It had a little kitchen and like a hallway, little bathroom. But it was small, but it was fine. It was enough. Like, enough. The apartment was nice. I was in the living room and she was in her room. And the first couple of nights there, she wanted to talk to me all the time. And she would just come into my room, the living room, just be there with me. And I was just talking to me. I don't know how to explain, like, when you don't want to talk to somebody, like, you just genuinely, like, I don't feel like talking to you. I don't want to listen to you. She had a cat. Love cats. I'm more of a dog girl, but I like cats. I'm fine with cats. Cats don't bother me. I'm not allergic to cats. Cats, they're just there. So this cat was living with us. This was the cat that she had. It was an okay cat.
Cute. Playful, whatever.
This cat started peeing on everything I owned. Everything I owned. And if you've never had a cat pee on something, it smells awful. I cannot describe this smell. It's so potent and just repulsive and just, I hated it. I hated it, I hated it, I hated it. It was disgusting. And this cat peed on everything I had. Her reasoning behind this cat pissing on everything I owned was, wait for it.
He was here before you, and you keep closing the door to your room so he feels very left out and he gets angry with you. So his way of showing that to you is peeing on everything.
Oh, no, 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 no.
This cat is mad at me for closing my door that I pay half the rent for because I live there. So that was the reason why this cat was peeing all over my things. When I say on everything, he would go into my closet. He has peed on my clothes. He peed on my pillow. Disgusting. Peed on my bed constantly. I would need to change my sheets twice, 3 times a week because of this cat. Awful. Peed on the carpet in my room. Smelled awful. Hated this cat. Hated her. I pay half the rent here. I should be allowed to close my door and have my privacy, especially when I'm not home. I don't want you in my stuff. I don't want him in my room. Side note, little story time on this cat. She had a cat, just like this cat, when she was with her fiance. This cat that she had before fell out the window. Oh my god, that's genuinely sad. Like, that sucks. I cannot imagine losing a pet. I've never lost a pet. Thank God. I hope I don't lose my dog anytime soon. So she lost that cat. We lived on the 6th floor, so that was pretty high. And she replaced her cat. I don't know. I haven't been in that situation, but it's kind of freaky to me. Why would you replace your dead animal with another? Like, you know what I mean? So that was another kind of like,
She's psychotic.
But yeah, she replaced that cat, and she had this beach towel.
Gross.
She had this gross red beach towel, and she told me one day that this is the towel that she kept her cat in after it died for almost a year.
Oh, you nasty.
She let this cat disintegrate into this towel, and she still had this towel on her balcony.
The ghetto.
Just like, hear that and just try to act like it's normal. You can't. That's not, you don't do that. You don't do that. Her and her cat just had a weird relationship, and it was just, moving forward a couple months, she was a single gal, just always struggling to find a job. She would bartend, and I mean, hey, get your coin how you can get it, but she could not hold down a job. She could not hold down a job.
I don't know how she was paying rent and utilities, to be honest.
But she could not hold down a job. And if she finds a job, she goes and works for like a week at that bar, and then she quits or she gets fired. And I think she got fired most of the time, but she told me she quit. She finds this job working at this little hood cafe. Cool. You finally got a job. You're working, you're not home all the time, because she was home all the time. This girl, when I tell you she had no friends, she had no friends. I'm not balling out here with my friends, but I got a few people. Like, she had zero. None. Finally get out of the house, and she was working, and she met a guy. And I was like, oh, that's great. Like,
You met a guy. That's so cute. Like, good for you, girl. Get it? Like,
he was younger than her. I think he was around like 25, 26 at the time. I'm not sure. It was like a little bit of an age gap, but it was fine. He was younger. It was cute.
they were cute. Like, yay, party. We're all happy for you.
This kid was in some no business. When I mean no business, like, you should not be doing this. Like, don't do it. Like, But I was fine. Like, you know what? I have this thing where I'll see bad things like happening, but it's just like, I'm out of this equation. Like, I don't see it. I'm not a part of it. Like, it's just like, I'll forget it ever happened. Like, it's not. He was a
Drug dealer.
yeah, that was awful. He was a great kid. He is, probably still is a great kid. I don't know. He was fine. He was good to talk to. He's like a mediator between me and her because we'd fight a lot about stupid things. Like, he's not bad. He never did anything to me. Like, I'm not mad at him. But the thing that really got me was that she was also into the things he was into. And like they would do these things together in the apartment when I was there, and it was just so, I don't want to be a part of this.
I don't want the cops coming here and me getting in trouble because you were making irresponsible decisions.
Don't put me in this position. Like, I don't like it. So I'd always try to stay out of the house when they were together at home because transactions would go on through my apartment. I had very random people coming in and out of my apartment. I would sleep a lot of the nights at my friend's house, my best friend's house. She lived like a block away from me, like really close to me. So I'd always crash at her place. So I was basically paying rent in this apartment just for my things were there. That's it. What set me off was I came home one day to find
A stranger sleeping in my bed.
Bruh.
Who are you? Are you here to murder me? What are you doing in my bed? What? She didn't even text me to ask me. Of course I would have said no, but like you don't even text me. Like you don't have the audacity, the decent human respect to ask me if you can let somebody that I don't know sleep in my bed, where I lay my head, where my things are. Like why do you think you're 30? 30! You think this is a smart idea?
You stupid.
Imagine coming home and somebody just sleeping in your bed. You walk in, you're ready to like change, take a shower, relax, watch a movie. Somebody's sleeping in your fucking bed.
You better talk to her before I do, because I'm hurt her feelings.
I went off. I don't know how I didn't fight her. I'm not an aggressive person, like I'm really not. So I was very mad. I was fuming. Her boyfriend was in the middle of it again. She told him that she asked me. And I was fine with it, whatever, and he was like, alright, fine. Because that was one of his friends. Cool, buddy, just stay over, like, it's fine. Meanwhile, I had no idea, and she lied to him, and she didn't tell me. But no, she started flipping out, and since she was the one that was living in that apartment first, she told me, I have 30 days to move out.
You let a stranger sleep in my bed where I pay rent and you kick me out?
I was very mad. Ooh. Now, at this point, we had maybe like a month left of the semester. In the last month that I need to be in this apartment, you're giving me 30 days to go move out, move all my stuff. I'm moving alone in the city. I don't have my parents here to help me. No.
Who's gonna help me move? I don't drive a car. I don't have a car. Who's gonna, like, how am I gonna move out? Where am I gonna put my stuff? Where am I gonna go?
I talked to her boyfriend and I'm like,
Yo, dude, try to calm her down. I'm not happy about it. She's not happy about it. We're not happy about it. I won't even talk to you guys. Everybody has their own side of the apartment and we won't talk to each other.
finish my semester and go home back to my parents, move out, and I'll find a new place next semester. Like 30 days. These last 30 days were awful. Cat constantly on my thing. Constantly doing illegal things in my apartment. Them fighting. Do you know how annoying it is when you're sitting in your kitchen trying to study for your exams and you hear people next door slamming their doors, taking the door off the hinges, yelling at each other, cussing each other out. I couldn't study. It was awful. It was the month from hell. It was just awful. More weird people in the apartment constantly. They would be hiding people out in our apartment from cops or other people. Like, it was awful. That was the worst story in regards to like my college years. It really taught me a lesson that no matter how somebody is, how fine and normal somebody looks online or on their pictures, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're normal. And now I know what red flags to look out for when meeting other people, and yeah, I'm happy for the experience. It could have gone a lot worse. I'm happy it didn't. That was my first little story time I wanted to share with you guys, and yes, I am a 22.
I forgot how old I was.
I am a 22-year-old girl with braces.
Cause girl, I want teeth, and I gotta fix it.
Alright, I'll see you guys. All the 5 of you watching, I'll see you on Instagram. Bye!